Hello, friends, girlfriends, sisters, ambitious women, purpose driven women, midlife mamas on a mission to live your most thriving lives. This is Lisa Pulliam, and I am so excited about tonight's topic. And it starts with a question that is literally one of my favorite questions. And the question is, if all things are possible, what would I love? If all things are possible, what would I love? How many times over the course of your life, thus far in this first half of life, have you asked yourself, or has anyone asked you, what do you want? What would you like to do? What would you love? What are your desires? How can I help you get to where you want to be? How can I serve you? If all things are possible, what would I love? This question taps into the very heart and soul of a midlife woman on a mission to be your most thriving, vibrant version of yourself. A woman who is determined to love yourself well, to embrace the beautiful soul that you were created to be the most authentic version of yourself, unashamedly confident, bold, courageous, and just you. Nothing less, nothing more. And at the heart and soul of this beautiful woman that you are is a soul full of desire, wants, things that you would love to see happen in your life. I think that's why I love this question so much. If all things are possible, what would I love? Because for most of our lives, women, I know for me, I didn't ask myself that question. Neither did anyone else. I just was raising babies and keeping my home and working on my business and showing up at church and serving and wearing all the different hats and making sure my spouse and family and everybody around me was taken care of. And what happens, girlfriends, is that when we've spent the better part of our lives making sure everyone else's desires are taken care of, we've often put our own on the back burner of life. That definitely happened to me. It wasn't until I stepped into entrepreneurship, gosh, nearly 15 years ago, that I started asking myself, what do I want? What are my goals? What are my dreams? What would I love? How do I want to spend my time? What do I want my life to look like? If you've never given yourself permission to do that, I would love to have the honor of giving you permission to do that. I'd like for you to write this question down. If all things were possible, what would I love? Now, this question actually came to me last year. I was reading a book called 10X is Easier Than 2X. 10X is Easier Than 2X by Benjamin Hardy. And there's a co-author, I can't remember his name. And they had a chapter that most inspired me. And it was the chapter on living out of a place of want versus living out of a place of need. Want versus need. And they really broke down how to determine whether you're living from a place of need or want. Okay, let me give you an example. Need is a place coming from a place of scarcity, a place of fear, a place of lack. And it might sound something like this. I have to get to this level in my business this month because I need this much income, because I'm trying to pay off my credit card bills or plan for retirement, and I promised my husband that I would work my buns off and get to this level of income. And I have to get there because I need to make that much money. It might sound like that. It might sound like I need my grown child to take responsibility for their actions and grow up. And when that happens, then I can live with more peace and calm in my life. But right now, I'm just a ball of stress because they are not growing up and becoming a responsible adult. Does any of that sound familiar? Coming from a place of need, from this place of lack or scarcity, or this fear, and this attachment to the things out there, our job, our career, our income, our children, our spouse, the economy, our health, all the things that have to get to a certain place, or else we're just not going to be able to, have peace or live the life that we desire. That's what living from a place of need creates in your life. It's a desperation. It's a attachment to external circumstances to work out just right so that you can be happy or peaceful or full of joy. Now let's take it to the other extreme, the other end of the spectrum. Want, living from a place of want, desire. That's living from a place of abundance, love, joy, peace. Living from a place of want and desire is possibility thinking. It's not being limited by the if this, then that. If this happens, then I'll be happy. It's saying there is enough abundance for me to be peaceful and content and to live in the flow, to live in my calling. And it's expressing specifically, what do you want? It's knowing what you want. And I'm going to just tell you, girlfriends, I'm 56 years old. Most women my age have no idea what they want. They've never stopped long enough to ask themselves, if all things were possible, what would you love? Yes, you would love a lot of things, right? I would love for my family to be restored. I would love for my children to, be healthy and responsible and all having careers that they love and they're passionate about. I would love to impact so many women's lives that I just know that I'm making a difference in the world. I would love to travel to Spain in the next couple of years to walk the Camino de Santiago with Chris. I would love to take a 2-week personal retreat all by myself next summer. If all things are possible, what would I love? You see, here's the bottom line, friends. We have, on average, 70,000 thoughts a day that are flowing through our minds. 80 to 90% of them are either negative thoughts or repeat thoughts of yesterday. 80 to 90% negative and repeat thoughts from yesterday. So we have to think about what we think about, as my dear friend and mentor, Belinda Aycock, has taught me. We have to think about what we think about. And so a lot of times it just takes awareness to catch ourselves And here's what I'll do. I'll give you an example. I'll be just going, "Oh my gosh, I've got so much going on and I need, for everyone to leave me alone. I need like 5 hours so I can just get this done and I'm preparing for this retreat and I've got this deadline and I've got to create this content for social media and write an email and I need more time. I need more hours in the day." So I literally just tried to catch a mosquito. I just saw a huge mosquito. I don't think I caught it, which is really unfortunate. So there's need coming from a place of desperation and fear. And it's like, if I don't get this done, and there's pressure, and it's kind of a negative energy, the energy of need and scarcity and if then, and it's pressure, and it's just not a great place to be. It doesn't have a good energy about it. A much more vibrant energy is on the other side, the energy of desire. What would I love? What would I want? So I'm trying to catch myself when I get into those little stressful times, and I try to pause and say, okay, wait a minute. What I would love is several hours today of total focus so that I can accomplish this, and this. These 4 tasks would be the most important things for me to do. And I'm going to trust that God is going to give me all the time I need to get those most important things done. Speak what you desire. Tap in to what you want. Don't give your energy to the negative, to what you don't want, to the scarcity, to the lack, to the fear, to the stress, because what you focus on expands. Where you put your mind and your thoughts and your words, that's where your energy flows. And where your energy flows, that's what you get more of in your life. So pause, interrupt yourself, reframe what you're saying. I would love 4 hours of uninterrupted time today. I'm going to put my phone on airplane mode and I'm going to do this, and that, and get to work. I would love a peaceful, calm conversation with my husband this evening about a couple of things that have been kind of bothering me or that I'm concerned about. I would love a healthy relationship with my grown child right now who's maybe turned his or her back on the family. What would you love, my friend? If all things are possible, what would you love? And let me tell you something. With God, all things are possible. So focus on what you want, what you desire, and what you love. And I want to close with this. Desires, what you want, what you would love, desires are seeds planted in your subconscious, in the soil of your subconscious mind. Your desires are not only possible, but they are inevitable. Come into alignment with what you desire. This is where faith comes in. Friends, this is one of my big time topics at our Transform Summit retreat this weekend. And we are going to be bringing more of this and many topics like this into our Thrive Sisterhood community. If you are just hearing about Thrive Sisterhood, my sister Kristen and I have created a community of midlife women, purpose-driven midlife women on a mission to thrive in their second half of life, to create a life they desire and deserve. And one of our favorite topics is the topic of creating the life that you love, identifying what you love, and beginning to tap into that energy and surrounding yourself by other like-minded women that are doing the same. If you'd like more information on Thrive Sisterhood. Drop the word thrive in the comments below. And don't forget, friends, if all things were possible, what would you love? Talk to you soon.